welcome back to English class. In today's class we'll be doing lesson 5, Helen Keller. Who is Helen Keller? Okay, you must be wondering, who is she, right? She is a person who, despite of being handicapped, she thought of achieving a lot in the world. Okay. Now, example, when you're hurt or you can't see, if you all just close our eyes for some time and try to walk around, we can't walk, right? We'll hurt ourselves. Or if we close our ears for some time and say, can you do that? No. You know, we really get irritated, we'll get angry, right? We can't actually close our eyes and close our ears, stop talking and all for at least half an hour. We can't sit like that for half an hour also. It's really very painful. But Helen Keller, she's a person who was handicapped. Handicapped means what? Handicapped means someone who cannot, who has a problem with the functioning of the organ. Okay, few organs of the body, one or many organs of the body won't be functioning properly. Okay, so they are called as handicapped. It may be legs, it may be hands, it may be any part of the internal body or anything. Okay, so here Helen Keller, she was deaf. Deaf means someone who can't hear, and she was blind. Blind is someone who can't see. Okay, Helen Keller was born blind and deaf. She couldn't hear anyone, nor she couldn't see anyone properly. Okay, despite of being handicapped, she achieved so much in her life. So this is what we have to learn from this chapter is what, despite of being handicapped, despite of not having all the things what we want, what we require, still there are so much in life that we could achieve. Instead of losing hope, or instead of just complaining that I don't have this, I don't have that, if I had this I would have done something, if I had that I would have done something. Instead of giving reasons for not achieving things properly, you can use the things whatever you have and achieve it. So you have to be strong and well determined to achieve whatever is with you only, to achieve from whatever you have, rather than complaining about other things which you don't have. Okay, so this is a very inspirational story about a girl named as Helen. Okay, so let's see how the chapter goes. Okay, all of you open the textbook, page number 29, lesson 5, Helen Keller. Helen Keller was born on June 27, 1880 on a farm in Alabama, USA. Mr. and Mrs. Keller were thrilled. Children, you have to underline whatever words I've underlined. Mr. and Mrs. Keller were thrilled with the beautiful, healthy baby. But then something terrible happened. When little Helen was a year and a half old, she became very sick. She had a high fever. Her parents were afraid that she would die. A few days later, the fever was gone, but something was still very wrong. Little Helen could no longer see or hear. The illness had left her blind and deaf. The Kellers' sweet little girl soon became a wild child. She kicked and scratched her parents when they tried to touch her. She yelled and screamed in a loud voice. How else could she let anyone know when she was hungry or tired or afraid? So, what happened? Helen Keller, she was born on June 27, 1880. Okay, she was born in the year 1880. Now we are in the year 2020. Okay, she was born very long time. On a farm, in a farm called as Alabama, which is situated in USA, United States of America. Okay, Mr. and Mrs. Keller, that is Helen's parents, they were thrilled with a beautiful healthy baby. They had given birth to a healthy, beautiful, small, cute baby, and they were happy. Thrilled means very excited. Okay, what is thrilled? When you are very, very excited. You know, suddenly when I say, Edu Sports, come children, let's all go for Edu Sports. You feel very happy, no? Your parents, if they say, okay, now I'll buy ice cream for everyone. You all get very thrilled and excited, right? Same way, even Helen's parents are very excited that they're giving birth to a small child, small baby, Helen Keller, who is very cute and adorable. But then something terrible happened. Terrible is very bad. Okay, terrible means bad. Something bad happened. Okay, when Helen was just 1.5 years old, when she was 1 year and 6 months old, she became sick. She had high fever. She suddenly got high fever. Okay, and her parents were so afraid. In those medicines were not so advanced as it is. The doctors were not so advanced. Okay, people used to die because of high fevers also. Okay, so the parents were very worried that, oh my God, my daughter is going to die. I am going to lose my child. Okay, but after a few days, it became better. She became normal. Okay, the fever was gone. But despite the fever gone, the effects what the fever made to her was she had lost the sense of hearing, and also she had lost the sense of sight. She couldn't see nor she couldn't hear. So she had become blind and she had become deaf. Okay, and Helen, she was a very sweet girl when she was a baby. She was a very sweet girl, and suddenly she became very wild child. Wild child means someone who is very angry all the time, yelling, shouting, screaming, okay, behaving in a bad way. Why did Helen do all that? Because she couldn't hear anything, because she couldn't see anyone, okay, she didn't know when she was hungry. When you're hungry, what will you do? You'll go to your mama and say, Mama, I'm hungry, please give something, or at least you'll cry, okay. But Helen didn't know what to do. She couldn't speak, but she didn't know how to speak also. How will you start speaking? When you listen, right? Now when you listen to me, only you can speak. Helen didn't know how to speak also. She couldn't listen to anyone, no, because she couldn't hear. So she didn't know how to speak. Now she didn't know how to say I'm hungry. She didn't know how to say I'm sad. She didn't know how to ask something, whatever she wanted. She didn't know how to ask, I want this, I want that. So she was really angry, frustrated. She was really acting like a wild child. She used to kick her parents, scratch them, beat them up. Okay? If someone touched her also, she used to scream, she used to yell, she used to behave very badly and loudly. She used to scream. Okay? Because she didn't know how to react. She didn't know how to say that she wanted someone, that she doesn't want someone or something. When Helen was about 7 years old, her parents found a teacher named Anne Sullivan. Miss Sullivan herself had been blind but had an operation and regained her sight. She understood what Helen was going through. Miss Sullivan found out new ways to teach Helen. She taught Helen the signs for the letters of the alphabet by writing them on her palm. She would lead Helen to something like a tree or a horse, and she would get her to touch it so that she would get an idea of what its shape and size was. Then she would spell the word that represented the object in the palm of Helen's hand. She did this for months and months, but Helen did not seem to understand what was happening, although she loved going out for walks with the teacher and touching the leaves and flowers and buildings and animals, and she was feeling much more contented and happy. So what happened when she started behaving so wild, so rudely? She started beating everyone, kicking everyone, scratching them, you know. The parents thought they didn't have hope, they didn't know what to do. So they appointed a teacher for Helen, and the teacher's name was Anne Sullivan. Okay, when did they do? When Helen was about 7 years old. When she was about 7 years old, her parents had a teacher. They got a teacher by name Anne Sullivan. Okay, why did they bring Anne Sullivan? Because Anne Sullivan also, she was blind before. She couldn't see. But after performing an operation on herself, after doing the operation, she regained. Regained means getting it back. Okay, she got back her sight. She got back her vision. She could see now. So because of this, she was also blind for a certain point of time. So because of that, she could understand what she was going through, what Helen was going through. Okay, so Helen was, Miss Anne Sullivan, she was trying a lot of ways to teach Helen. She tried so many new techniques. Okay, she taught Helen the signs of letters. Okay, how did she teach? She tried writing on it. Okay, she tried writing the letters on her palm. Okay, this is your palm, right? She started writing the letters on the palm. It tickles, it feels good, right? So she started doing it. So what she used to do? She used to take Helen for walks everywhere, and she used to make Helen touch the things. For example, if this is a chalk, she used to make Helen touch the chalk, feel the chalk. Okay, how the chalk is there. And her palm, she used to write chalk in her hand like this. Okay, she used to write chalk in her hand, and she used to try to make her understand that this is a chalk. But despite of doing all that, Helen never understood what she was trying to write. But she liked, she liked going for long walks with her teacher. She liked touching the things like the houses, the trees, the buildings, the animals, the leaves, flowers. Helen loved going for a walk, and she loved touching everything. She liked to feel the size, the shape, the texture of each of the things, whatever she was touching. This made Helen very happy and satisfied. Contented means satisfied. What is contented? Contented means satisfied. Okay, this made Helen to satisfied and happy. When one day Helen's teacher was trying to teach her how to spell water, but she wasn't having much luck with it. So she took Helen out into the yard where there was a water pump, and she pumped water onto Helen's hands and arms and face, and she kept spelling the letters water in the palm of Helen's hand. All of a sudden, just like a miracle, Helen realized that the letters being made on her hand are the things that was being watched over her arms and face. Then she understood the other things her teacher had been spelling on her hand represented that the teacher had got her to touch. This simple act opened a whole new world for Miss Sullivan and her intelligent student. The little girl who was so severely handicapped that she could not understand the speech and language of language learned 30 new words the same afternoon. The teacher and a pupil had found a way to overcome Helen's handicaps and communicate. So what happened one day when Helen's teacher, that is Anne Sullivan, she was trying to teach Helen to the spelling of water. Okay, so despite of trying so many times, Helen still couldn't understand, because Miss Anne Sullivan is trying this for months together to teach her the spellings, but Anne was not understanding. Whatever she was writing, she thought something she's doing, let her do. Okay, she never realized what the teacher was trying to do. One day when she was trying to teach water, Helen couldn't understand. The teacher thought, okay, now let me go and tell her, okay, let me be more serious in teaching her. She takes Helen near the hand pump, okay. Before there are bore wells and all, now you have motors for bore wells. Before, you have to literally pump. If you see some areas in some places, they literally pump it, okay. There's a bore well where you have to pump and get water. So she takes Anne there. There's a picture here also, no? Just like this. Similar to this, there will be pumps everywhere, hand pumps. So Anne Sullivan made Helen sit there and pump water and put all the water on Helen's face, hands, legs, everything. She started splashing the water on Helen, okay. And then she started spelling it out, water on her hand. She splashes the water, then she spells the water on her palm. She splashes, then she writes water. She was continuously repeating this for some time. And suddenly that moment, Helen realized that, okay, she's trying to teach me that this is water. She's trying to tell me that this is water. She's trying to make me understand the name of the thing, what she's doing to me, what she's showing to me. Okay. So that is when it strikes. Suddenly she realizes this. And then suddenly she realizes that, okay, all these days, whatever she was writing on my palm, it's the names of those things, whatever she was making me touch. Okay, that is when she realizes. And the same afternoon, Helen learns 30 new words. She learned names of 30 new things. Okay, the names of everything. So she was that bright. She was really a very, very active child. Okay. Anne taught her for years. Helen learned to read Braille. This was a system of raised dots representing letters. A blind person could read by feeling of the dots. When Helen went to college, her teacher Anne went with her and wrote the words of the instructor on her student's hand. Helen had an amazing memory and had skills very few people have ever been able to develop. She could put her fingers to a person's lips and understand the words which were being spoken. So after that, what happened? A new doors opened to Helen. Helen can learn the name of the things. She knows how to learn the name of the things now. Okay, so what she does, Helen now, after Anne Sullivan, she'll start teaching Helen this for many years. Okay, after many years, Anne Sullivan, she starts teaching Helen Braille. Okay, Braille is nothing but, children, it is a language, like you have Kannada, English, Hindi. Okay, each language has different style of writing, right? So same way, Braille is a writing for the blind people. They can't write, right? They can't write, they can't know what it is, right? They can't close their eyes and they can't feel it. So it's about raised dots in the paper. Okay, they make some holes. Touching the holes, the blind people can make out which letter is that or which word is that. When you touch it, because of the holes, they can feel it and make out what word is being spelled. Okay, that language is called Braille. It's for the blind people. So Helen learns Braille from Anne Sullivan. Okay, and she starts feeling everything. Then Helen will also complete her education. She will also go to college. Okay, and her teacher will also go with her, because whatever the instructor is nothing but the teacher. Okay, whatever the teacher is teaching, Anne Sullivan will write the same things on the palm of Helen and teach Helen everything. Okay, and Helen also, she had amazing memory. She was very brilliant. Okay, you tell her anything once, she'll grasp it easily. Okay, tell her anything one time, she'll grasp it easily. Her memory power was very good. Okay, and not only this, she started learning so many things. Along with this, she started learning by keeping the fingers on people's lips. Okay, when you're talking, your lips move apart, right? You can see my lips, how it's moving apart, right? Same way, Helen used to touch people's lips and she used to know what they're talking. She used to understand what they're talking. She was that brilliant. Okay. After finishing her education, Helen became an activist and spoke out against child labor. She wrote many books and articles on blindness, deafness, social issues, and women's rights. Her most popular book is The Story of My Life. With the money she earned from the book, she was able to buy a house. She became famous and traveled around the world speaking to groups of people. She met many important and well-known people as she traveled. Helen Keller was successful because of her determination. However, many people helped her. The most important person in her life was Anne Sullivan, who stayed with her for 50 years. Okay? So what happened? Helen completed her education with help for teacher, her instructors, everyone. Okay? After doing this, she became an activist. What is an activist? Someone who always works for a good cause. Okay? Like you can see many people, they talk about the homeless, dogs, don't harm the pets, that, this and all, right? So these are some of the causes which people fight for. Okay, same way, Helen also became an activist who always raised her opinion for good causes. Okay, and also she spoke about child labor. Child labor is what? You put small children for work. Okay, you can see some of the children works inside, some of the children work in garages, cycle shops, bakeries, tea stalls, right? So she was against the child labor. She didn't want the children to work. Rather, children are supposed to study and play. She wrote many books also. She also wrote many books and many articles on blindness, about what are the things what the people will face who are blind, even about deaf people, okay, about the deafness, and about social issues and women's rights. What are the rights women should be having? Okay, what are the problems we are facing in the country? About all this she wrote so many books, and one of her famous book is The Story of My Life. She wrote a book on herself. Okay, and with the money, with whatever the money she earned, okay, by selling these books, she bought a house for herself. She bought a new house for herself, and she became so famous that she traveled around the world. She traveled around the world. She traveled from one place to another, giving speeches about all these things. Okay, enlightening people about social causes, how you have to treat people, how you have to behave and what are the problems the people face, especially blind people and deaf people, okay? And she became so successful despite of, you know, having been handicapped, that she couldn't hear nor she couldn't see. Despite of this, she was very, very determined. Very determined is being strong and firm, that I will do it, I can do it, I can achieve something good. Okay, that is being firm. She was so determined and she achieved. Okay, so many people also helped her in this process. Without others' help, she couldn't do anything. But whatever the help she got, okay, she took full advantage of the help whatever she was getting, and she became a successful person. Okay, and the most important person in her life was Miss Anne Sullivan, because she is her first teacher, and she stayed with Anne Sullivan for 50 years teaching her about everything. Okay children, understood? I hope you understood this chapter. This is a very beautiful lesson. Kindly, whatever the words I've underlined, kindly go through it. Okay, kindly read the chapter, learn the spellings of the words, whatever I'm going to underline, and also the meanings, learn the meanings of them also. Okay, after this also, if you have any doubts, please do ask me in the interactive session. Okay, bye children, take care.